Greed. Greed is all about wanting more and more money, more toys, more stuff. It's like standing in front of a candy store and thinking, I already have 10 pieces of candy, but I need 11. Greed isn't just about having things. It's about never being satisfied. People who fall into greed often focus so much on collecting wealth or material possessions that they forget about the important things in life, like spending time with family, helping others, or simply enjoying what they already have. Imagine someone who wants so much money that they work all the time, ignore their friends, and even step on others to get ahead. They might think having lots of money will make them happy, but greed usually leaves people feeling empty inside. Why? Because no matter how much they have, they always want more. Greed teaches us an important lesson. True happiness comes from appreciating what you have, not endlessly chasing more. 2. Wrath, anger. Wrath is extreme anger that can spiral out of control. Everyone gets mad, sometimes it's normal. But wrath is different. It's when anger consumes you completely, like a wildfire spreading through your mind. When someone gives in to wrath, they stop thinking clearly and act impulsively. This could mean yelling, hitting, or even hurting others, emotionally or physically. Think about a time when you were so angry that you said something mean you didn't really mean. That's wrath sneaking in. The problem with wrath is that it doesn't just harm others, it also hurts the person feeling it. Holding on to anger for too long can ruin relationships, create chaos, and make life harder for everyone involved. Learning to manage anger and respond calmly is key to avoiding the destructive power of wrath. 3. Sloth, laziness. Sloth is laziness, but is more than just not wanting to do chores or homework. Sloth is when someone avoids doing anything meaningful or productive for a long time. It's like staying in bed all day watching TV instead of going outside, playing, or helping around the house. At first, sloth might seem harmless, but over time it can lead to big problems. For example, if you keep putting off your responsibilities, like studying for a test or cleaning your room, everything piles up and suddenly life feels overwhelming. Sloth also affects how we treat others. If you're too lazy to help a friend or family member, they might feel hurt or unimportant. Sloth reminds us that taking action, even small steps, can make a huge difference in our lives and the lives of those around us. 4. Envy, jealousy. Envy is that icky feeling you get when you see someone else with something you want: a cool gadget, amazing talent, or even a close group of friends. Envy makes you focus on what you don't have instead of appreciating what you do have. Here's how envy works. First, you start comparing yourself to someone else. Then, you might feel sad or resentful because they have something you wish you had. In the worst cases, envy can turn into bitterness or even hatred. Some people might even try to bring others down to feel better about themselves. The truth is, envy doesn't help anyone, it only makes you unhappy. Instead of wishing you had what someone else has, try celebrating their success. Be inspired by them. By focusing on gratitude and kindness, you can overcome envy and find joy in your own journey. 5. Lust. Lust is an intense desire for something, often related to pleasure or attraction. While it's natural to want things, lust takes these desires to unhealthy levels. Imagine eating ice cream nonstop because you crave it so badly you might enjoy it at first, but eventually it'll make you sick. In the same way, lust can cloud someone's judgment and lead to poor decisions. For example, someone consumed by lust might treat others like objects rather than human beings with feelings. This can damage relationships and cause emotional pain. Lust isn't just about romantic attraction either. It can apply to anything someone obsesses over, like fame, power, or food. Finding balance and respecting boundaries is essential to avoiding the pitfalls of lust. 6. Gluttony, overindulgence. Gluttony is about overdoing, eating too much food, buying too many things, or indulging in anything to excess. Picture sitting at a buffet and loading your plate with so much food that half of it goes to waste. Or imagine hoarding toys or clothes you don't need, leaving less for others. Gluttony isn't just bad for your health or wallet, it also reflects a deeper issue. When someone constantly overindulges, they're often trying to fill a void in their life. But no matter how much they eat, drink, or buy, they still feel unsatisfied. Beyond wasting resources, gluttony can harm communities. For instance, if wealthy people gorge themselves while others go hungry, it creates inequality. Practicing moderation helps us share fairly and live sustainably. 7. Pride, excessive self-importance. Pride, in this case, isn't healthy confidence. It's thinking you're better than everyone else. Excessive pride blinds people to their flaws and makes them unwilling to listen or learn. Imagine someone refusing to admit they made a mistake, blaming others instead, or looking down on those they think are less important. This kind of pride pushes people away and damages relationships. It also prevents personal growth because proud people believe they already know everything. In some cases, pride can even lead to arrogance, where someone thinks rules don't apply to them. Real pride comes from knowing your strengths and weaknesses and treating others with respect. Humility, the opposite of excessive pride, helps us connect with others and grow as individuals.